Hey everybody, how's it going? Hello YouTube. Earlier today I went to go check out some cars. I was just seeing about the Model Y. I wanted to check out the 7-seater. So I did get a chance to see a 7-seater in the evening. It was pretty cool. They didn't let me test drive it, but they let me sit in it and check it out. So, I had a little bit of time to check it out. So here's a video. Hopefully you guys like it. Check it out. So here it is. The third seat, so you can here behind this one in the third row seat. These are my feet. Hey, look at this, it's like a little hole in here to put your feet in, which gets stuck, of course, unless you slide it forward. But I mean, they would have to scoot up forward for you to feel comfortable. But my head definitely touches right here, without a doubt. I mean, look at that. That's totally would hit my head right here. I'm 5'8". I put this back down because with this thing up, no way. There's no way I can sit up straight. I would have to like do this to even feel comfortable, but even then I'm still hitting my head. Here's glass. Look at that. Right here's a glass. Can't say it's comfortable for a 5'8" person. It's cool that they were actually able to fit it here, but yeah, definitely for kids. If you have kids, third row is awesome. I mean, look at my body. Here's this cup holders. I'm literally right up against this, as far forward as I can go, and I'm still going over the cup holders. It's not comfortable at all, unfortunately, but it's pretty crazy. I got my seat, as you can tell. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's wild that they actually did this. And then to unlock it, you push this thing forward like that, slides up, picks up just like that. It's crazy. But yeah, and then you just get right out. Can't say it's comfortable to get out of the car though. That's for damn sure. Yeah, that's the third row seat. Pretty crazy how it opens up like that. And just do this, like that. Alright, slide it back a little bit, right there. And that's about my sitting position. Look at this, you can still fit your feet under here. I put it as far back as I would normally sit. You can tell. I'm putting it up against there, is that far back. Here are my seats. Here's me sitting down, I'm not even leaning back. And this is me leaning back, which is nice. I do like it. And there's the rear seats still back there. Let's check out that foot area. There's this one next to me. Let me lean this one back. Normal. There you go. More normal. Okay, that's as far back as I go. Oh, it must be because I'm just slid back. But yeah, I mean, it's a tight spot back there. Definitely for little kids. I would not recommend this for adults. I'm 5'8", and it's not comfortable back there. 5'8", about 220 pounds. Not comfortable. It is about my body weight. I'm a little chunky, but not too bad. But yeah, that's crazy how they made it fit, man. Yeah, let's check out how it looks from the back. Let's see. So hit this button. That's the back. And not very much space out here too. It really reduces your space. I mean, you're down to wherever this cubby hole is. That's how far back these seats go. Let's see. If I drop this one, oh wow. If I drop this one, I'll probably have to release this one down first. And, nope. How do you drop these guys? Oh, gotcha. You press those buttons. That makes sense. Okay, so that makes that much of a difference. Oh, this part is, oh, that's a weird curve. It's like a dome now. It wasn't a dome before. That's weird one. I don't like that. Hole's still deep. Yeah, but that's weird looking. That's weird that they made that into a dome now. And look at that. That's a dome. That's legitimately a dome right there. That's crazy. Deep. So yeah, as you can see, I had to kind of cut it there because there was like other people coming in. They're gonna come look at the car, disturb the thing, but you can get the idea. My final thoughts on that is, if you're gonna get a 7-seater, it's mainly for like people that are probably like 5'5", maybe 5'6", and down, you know, or thin people. And if it's for kids, I'd say probably from like age 12 and under, they would feel comfortable there. Anything older than that might want to sit in the front seat. But in our case, we're just 3, so really we don't need it. But I did notice after checking out that 7-seater is that I feel like now that extra space on the 5-seaters is a waste of space. Like, I feel like those 7-seaters is more of an efficient use of that space than to leave it empty, because that space in itself is just like a little, it's just like a little extra pocket that really you can barely. I grabbed the charging cables in the little pouch, and I put them down there, and you can close it, but like it's a tight fit. It'll still close, but it's a tight fit. So that little space that you're leaving out, you know, by going with the 5-seater is technically like a waste of space. So in my personal opinion, I feel like I would rather just get the 7-seater because it makes more use of that space than to leave nothing. And you know, now you just have a little small pocket that you can't really even use for anything. So the 7-seater seems more useful, and if anything, you can just fold it down and put cargo stuff in there. It'll fit nicely. It'll fit just like the 5-seater. So that's a positive side to it. The other thing I did like was the fact that in the 7-seater, you can actually like slide this middle seat back and forth. So I mean, that leaves a lot of room for extra space in the back, which is what I like, because I sat in the center seats and I slid it all the way back, and I actually have more space in the center. I mean, you know, facing the front seats, if I'm in the center with it slid back, than the 5-seater. The 5-seater, the way it is the way it's going to stay. You can't slide it back and forth. You can recline, but so on the 7-seaters, you can also recline the same way. So it's everything exactly the same. The extra things is you have a pair of 2 small seats in the back. So if you have like your parents, you want to have your kids, you can throw your kids in the back 3rd row, your parents in the middle row, and everybody's comfortable. Whereas if you had the 5-seater, everybody would be in that middle row and it'd be a tight fit. So it leaves that, you know, that extra usability by having those extra seats. And the other positive I saw was, like I said, that sliding back and forth. You actually have more room now because of those 7 seats, which is weird. You just fold down the 7 seats or leave them up, but the fact that you can actually slide more farther back, that's crazy. And you can still recline like you used to already. So it's an added extra amount of space by adding 2 extra seats. Crazy, but it's true. The only small change is in that rear trunk pocket. It's just like, I'd say maybe like 2 inches, 1.5 inches of space reduced, as far as like, say it's a square, you know, it's a thinner square than that thicker square. As far as that square for that pocket underneath, the depth, it's basically the same depth. It's just, you know, it's not as wide anymore, and you only lose like 1 inch, maybe 2 inches in width, which I don't think it's such a big deal. The fact that you can fold those rear 7 seats still down and you have all that deepness, it's the exact same thing as if you had the 5-seater, so you don't lose anything. So my personal opinion, I think I'm going to go for the 7-seater. I think it's a good deal. I wish it was less than the $3,000, but you know, otherwise I see it as a waste of space. So my personal opinion, I would totally go for the 7-seater. So hopefully you guys liked it. It's a cool surprise, and you know, I'll try to keep making more videos, and hopefully you guys subscribe, press like, and thanks for watching.